Ladies and gentlemen, now with a very important selector coming up, I thought we'd have a look at 7-star rank 4 Deadpool X-Force. So currently on my whale account, I've got this character at 7-star rank 3, and I use him as my main character for assault raids, and I'll show you a little bit why in the middle of this video. But he kind of does like everything I need currently on the main at 7-star rank 3. So I haven't played him at rank 4 much, so I'm really curious to see what the experience is like here. But essentially Deadpool is your special 2, you special 1, and then you've won the video game. So really is as easy as that, but the damage from the special 1 is just absolutely mega. Like that final hit, 174,000 damage there. Really good kill against Winter Soldier. And again, he's got some really good reach just for a lot of like slightly bigger health pools as well. So he's a character that can, you know, just really deliver a KO in a lot of matches that sometimes you might kind of sleep on him for a bit. But I do generally find, because like Battlegrounds is very competitive, when I was running like him, Gene, and Mr. Sinister all in the same deck, like Sinister and Gene are just so incredibly good dual threats that I would often lean toward them, as opposed to having the Deadpool, who is yeah, not the best defender out there, but he is a very good attacker. So he should almost be able to... dude, that was like nearly 200,000 damage there. So yeah, awesome against Captain Marvel. 35 seconds once again. And the kind of best thing about Deadpool, if you're just looking for that character with a lot of damage output as well, is he just does not need to be awakened in order to get the most out of this champion. He's going to have all of the damage on the base. So you're really just getting some like interesting things to counter certain regen skill champions like Nick Fury with the awakened ability. And I forgot what the other one was, but the main thing is like the Nick Fury counter, which we will hopefully showcase. I think that one does require a little bit of lineup. Yeah, let's chuck this off. Getting the stun. What I love about like Deadpool as well is just with the relic, it's just so incredibly clean to, okay, you get the special 2, and then a lot of the time you can go in with confidence. I don't think this is actually going to kill, but almost killed there. 268, damn. But yeah, when you're nuking things around like 400,000 health, you have a lot of confidence, generally speaking, that you're going to be able to finish off your opponent, especially opponents that are a little bit more flimsy in terms of the health pool. But just makes very effortless work of a lot of these matches. And yeah, we don't have suicide masteries or boosters on in the video. This is just the 7-star rank 4. And we are just using a kind of base domino relic, so, you know, not anything incredibly fancy there. Just a super simple, easy champion. And sometimes that's what you want, you know? When like nodes and scenarios are a little bit hectic, you just want a rotation that's like special 2, special 1, and your opponent is pretty much dead. So there we go, Rhino's dead, 36 seconds. Again, the consistency on all of these fights is just absolutely 10 out of 10. And let's go for Storm. So we'll do the Storm matchup, and then I'm going to show you some raids gameplay, and then we're going to dive into some test matches after that as well. So let's quickly cook the Storm. And here, fire off the special 2. Get a bit of relic charge always using that special 2, which is lovely to see. Fire this in. I think actually might just be a little short of being able to fire this special 1 here. There we go. Boom. Oh my gosh. There we go. 200 and... that was 32 seconds there. So yeah, incredible burst damage. But anyway, let's have a look at some of the raids gameplay. So, one of my favorite things about Deadpool X-Force is how good he is for alliance raids with the assault role. So you get the siphon slider buff in raids, and essentially this one, you kind of ramp up like playing Stark Enhanced Spider-Man. So you just want to like dodge attacks to get debuffs of siphon on the opponent. And then once you got 5, you can really start cooking. But even at 4, you know, we can start ramping the charges as well. Here we got 5. You can see just kind of like skipping about as well. We still got like a bit of an opening bleed there. But that's not where you get kind of the big damage on Deadpool, right? So once we've got our charges, now what we're looking to do is we want to get up to the special 2. And then get ready to throw off a combo here. So we get the special 2. We're going to stun our opponent. And then we're going to go in with another combo. Just going to get back and chill. Just bait this very quickly. And then we just want to go in and look at the damage on this one, dude. That final hit, 7.3 million damage there. So then the goal is, as quickly as you possibly can, is to kind of skip up to another special 1 while just making sure Siphon Slider stays at the relevant amount of stacks. And then we fire off a combo. Special 1, this one's not going to hit as hard, but still, dude, absolutely insane performance there. And that is why I love Deadpool X-Force for raids. So I want to show now some matches on the testing map. So we've got Nick Fury. And in this matchup, you're trying to utilize the Awakened ability, because for every bleed on the opponent, it reduces their regeneration rate. So I think if we time this correctly, we are going to be able to stop him from regenning. But it has been a while since I've done this matchup, so we'll see how it goes. I assume we essentially just want like 2 special 1s here, so we'll go for the first one. You can see, dude, look at that amount of bleed damage. Maybe 1's going to be enough. Is it going to be enough? Look at this. Dude, that is stupid. Okay, well, yeah, it's been a minute since I did that matchup, but he's just the GOAT for cooking a well out Nick Fury there. Alright, now next up we're going to try the Bullseye matchup, and I'm not really the best at evading Bullseye's attacks, but you can like play this a little slower and you can ramp just via skipping to get the charges, assuming that you do have space. And sometimes this can be a little impractical, but then here you can go for stuff like throw the heavy attack to get these, and then get some pretty like nasty bleed damage. You can see we barely interacted with this fight at all, and we're already in a tremendously interesting spot. But then here, if we wanted to take this a little slower, we can go for this, get the mega bleeds off, and might do the job. There we go, Bullseye is down. So yeah, you've got some like very interesting ways, especially against skill champions, that you can play Deadpool to, yeah, really just kind of ignore some of the mechanics in the fight and just kind of cheese it a little bit. Okay, so next up, we're going to try the Korg match, and it's been a minute since I've done this one, so I just need to try and remember what I can and can't get away with here. So yeah, the Purifiers are still going to wreck me a little bit. I'm still taking some damage back. I think we can get past the bleed resistance here, though. Because if we just go for the special 2 rotation, then we get the big nuke anyway, so still should be fine for doing this matchup. But let's see, and at this point, I know a lot of my damage is just coming from the additional bleed burst, so I think we should be fine to go in. And then I think I just want to go for a full combo, special 1, and there we go, dude. Korg down in the bin, 38 seconds. Again, if you are just better at light intercepts as well, and potentially a little bit more patient, you can do that while being a little bit healthier. But yeah, we definitely took a few risks in that matchup in order to get there. Okay, so I thought maybe for our final boss, we'd try Lumatrix, because he's a character I think we're going to be seeing a lot more of, especially next year. So Lumatrix is coming to the basic, I think, maybe in March. Just had the first idol arrive, so yeah, it's not going to be too much longer. But Lumatrix, he does have base bleed immunity, so a little bit similar to maybe Korg in some regard. But can we just kind of full send sheeze this? Just get one more parry. Okay, I want to make sure we do not trigger that evade, but here we go in, we get the stun. Yeah, it looks like, dude, he seems to pretty easily take that matchup as well. So, yeah, Lumatrix, that was... I was kind of expecting a bit more resistance there, but yeah, he just got through that matchup really easily. So yeah, overall today, I've been really impressed, dude, especially both the Nick Fury and also the Bullseye matches were just really good. Even Unawakened, like, he's got all of the damage you need just to nuke certain matchups, but the Awakened ability, if the opponent purifies a taunt debuff, he gains power efficiency, and also against skill champions like in that Nick Fury matchup, for every debuff applied to the opponent, the bleed one, it reduces their regeneration rate by 17%. So yeah, you get the bleeds applied to Nick Fury, you push him into the second phase, and then he just absolutely murders himself on the passive bleeds while he can't regenerate back. So yeah, the signature ability is, again, just really nice for the right matches, but again, he's kind of got like everything you really need, generally speaking, for most matches, just on the base of the kit. And that's why I still think, like, out of all of the selected champions, he is probably the best attacker. But I think there's also good arguments. There are just so many good characters in that pool. Like Sentinel's amazing, Black Panther's amazing if you really invest in him, Medusa, Purgatory, Sentry's just good for cheesing Epoch if you don't have Valiant yet. So yeah, it is a tough select, dude. It is a really tough one. But hopefully this video has given you a bit more perspective on Deadpool and showing you kind of a few cool matches and different ways to play him as well. Because yeah, I think the thing that's really interesting about Deadpool, if you can be a bit more patient, is just being able to ramp up while like kind of skipping into the opponent and just idling. Like, that is a very powerful ability. To be able to ramp without kind of interacting with your opponent and giving them power is pretty huge in this game. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, thank you all very much for watching. If you did enjoy, please do smash that like button. That'd be greatly appreciated. Take care, and I hope that you have an absolutely fantastic day.